everybody. Happy Monday night. Welcome back to the Comedy Doctors, the show where you send in your problems, your pet peeves, your gripes, and we give you terrible, awful, insanely funny advice. I'm your host, Frank Licari. How are you, everybody? It's the night before Armageddon, basically. And what better time to laugh than tonight? Tomorrow's our election. And so everything's going to shut down. The world will close tomorrow. So this will be the last show of the year. So thanks for being with us. We have a great show for you tonight. Three very funny people on with me. Before we bring them on, I need to go through some of the rules. The rules are you have problems, especially now. You have things that you want to handle. We don't want you to put them up on the internet, talk to your family, lose your friends over it. A lot of divide going on right now. Give the problems to us. Post them in the link below at Comedy Flow, and we'll take care of them. We'll make you laugh, and hopefully you'll have a fun hour with us. And then we'll send you back into the night, and you can be miserable again. Before I bring on the guests, we have to thank our sponsor, without whom we wouldn't be able to do this. So let's thank them.
The Big Apple Shopping Bazaar Jewelry Exchange and Salon and Spa Suites. Located off Atlantic Avenue in beautiful Delray Beach, Florida, this unique mini mall will transport you to the streets of New York City for a one-of-a-kind shopping experience. The Big Apple Shopping Bazaar provides shoppers with over 65 one-of-a-kind specialty boutiques with amazing items at fantastic prices. For more information, go to BigAppleShoppingBazaar.com.
Oh, thanks, Big Apple. I bet you there are more stores open at the Big Apple Shopping Bazaar right now than there are in Midtown Manhattan. The place is shutting down right now. Everybody's getting ready for this, what's going to happen tomorrow. But in the meantime, let me introduce you to our first guest. You've seen her at midnight with Chris Hardwick, One Night in Bath, The Manny, The One Show. Please welcome Camilla Cleese, everybody. Hey, Camilla.
Hello.
How are you? How's it going?
Great. Looking forward to dying tomorrow.
Yes, aren't we all? It's just a matter of how it's going to happen, and depending on what side of the coin you fall on, how bad it'll be, how bad the bludgeoning is going to be. You're out in LA, right? How are things out there right now?
I haven't left the house in a long time, so I'm not even that sure.
Smart move.
It's not great. I'll tell you that. There was a homeless guy on my balcony last night trying to come in my house.
Do you live on the first floor?
Well, it's pretty easy to break into. Like the stairs up. I do live on the first floor, but there's still stairs.
Because I was going to say.
Hop on the balcony, and he was trying to open the glass sliding door, which gave me quite a startle.
Yeah, because I was saying if you were on like a higher floor, that's a very industrious homeless man, was very determined if you were on a higher floor. Yeah, that's different.
Wow.
That's different. All right, sit tight. Let me introduce our next comedian. You've seen him in Trainwreck, Comedy Central Presents. You've seen him in in the Wanda Sykes Show. You've seen him on The King of Staten Island. Everybody welcome Keith Robinson. What's up, Keith? How are you, man?
How you doing?
Oh man, you're with me. You're over here in the Jersey side. Have you been in Manhattan lately?
No, I was in L.A.
Oh.
Trying to get to Camilla's house, but she wouldn't.
It didn't work out, right? It's hard. It's harder than it looks to break in those first floor apartments.
Lazy.
Oh, man. Come on, man. You should have tried harder, man. You got to go all the way to LA. You got to get where you came from.
I flew there.
Passion, integrity.
And then nothing.
Well, better luck next time.
Me, where's my mask at? I'm like, come on.
You'll get another shot. Better luck next time, man. All right, let me introduce our third comic. You've seen him on Breaking Bad. In Billy Madison, you've seen him in Friends, Escape from Alcatraz, fantastic. Welcome, Larry Hankin, everybody. Larry, what's up, man?
Wow, well, we're going to find out, aren't we?
We are going to find out, Larry. I don't know. Are you feeling as not optimistic as I am?
I kind of shut it out, man. I tried to, you try to be positive. This was like, I kind of sensed this day was coming about I don't know,
Yeah.
9, 10 months ago. So I sat down, I sequestered myself, got a whole bunch of masks, and I wrote 2 screenplays.
There you
So,
go.
yeah. So, I
Very
mean, like,
productive.
everything is fine. So tomorrow, at least, I put them in a safe place. Whatever happens, it's not me. It's the stuff,
Now, are
So,
you
okay,
writing? They're telling us that everybody's saying, are you writing COVID-friendly stories? Is that what's going on
No,
right now? No.
what I want to watch. Mel
There you
Brooks was right. I
Yeah.
want to see these. They're for
Right.
me. But I think
Gotcha,
they're funny. I mean,
Yeah.
you give it a
Well,
shot.
You hope, yeah. If they're for you, you want them to be funny.
Yeah. Well, but
All
it
right.
kept me really away from the COVID.
Yeah, it's great.
I think. Who lives? Yeah. I live in a place where it looks like I live in a city of thieves. Everybody's got masks on.
Yeah.
Somebody would hold me up. I wouldn't know who to. Yeah, him. No,
Yeah.
him.
Oh,
No,
it's a
her.
great
No.
time. It's a great time for burglars, isn't it? I think it's a great time for burglars and ugly people. I think it's a good time for
Failing burglars.
Yes, exactly. Failing burglars.
Yeah, please.
All right. So here's the way it works here, guys. You guys are the doctors, and people are going to give us their problems. Are you ready to help some people?
Oh yeah, I've been studying.
All right. Good. Good. You brought your credentials. Here
I
we
went
go.
to college and everything.
That's good. College is important.
Well, as soon as you called.
That's it. You took a quick course at Phoenix University. Is that what you did?
I don't know. I think it was somebody's university.
Yeah, somebody's university. All right, let's see if we can help some people. Let's what do we got? Let's put our first problem up. Here we go. Julie from Raleigh, North Carolina says, I've been ordering delivery all the time since the pandemic first started. When I order from the Chinese restaurant, I always make it a point to ask for a lot of duck sauce. Problem is, every single time they deliver, they completely disregard my request, and I get the standard 2 packets. Seriously, Julie from Raleigh, with all the problems going on in the world right now, Julie has a problem with duck sauce. Let's start with Keith.
Hey man, don't make fun.
No. Let me start with Keith here. Keith, you like Chinese food, Keith? You eat some?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you slather it in duck sauce?
Well, if you know anything about, it's funny that the Asian store and the black community has to always have a lot of duck sauce.
Is that right? Is that a real thing?
We love sweet duck sauce is our thing. So you always got to look, but you got to ask for a certain amount. You can't say, give me a lot of duck sauce. Give me 5 bags of duck sauce.
Gotcha. You got to be very specific.
Bags.
I gotcha. So that's the problem here, Julie. You're being very non-specific here. You need to, right? You need to, yeah. Gotcha.
Well,
okay.
Yeah.
What do you think, Larry? What do you think? Are you?
I think the problem. What was this lady's name?
Julie from Raleigh. Yeah.
See, I think it's you, Julie.
It's a Julie problem. Yeah.
So,
That's all. It's just a Julie problem.
It's a Julie problem. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm a biological medical expert.
Oh, is that right?
So
okay.
She's got some problems, man.
She does have some
duck
problems.
sauce. You can imagine her going to the bank or something or trying to do business if she's doing that with duck sauce.
Right.
But I think it's you, basically.
It's a pretty petty gripe, isn't it? You agree with that?
Now listen, it could go deep. It could go very deep. Parents and stuff like that.
Oh, you think the duck sauce goes back to daddy?
Well, see, my parents used to call it gravy. My mother was a bad cook, so she would cover it with duck sauce or gravy or and,
whatever sauce.
But I knew. However, it did influence me. It took me years to come. So Julie, check your parents.
Wow. That's a lot deeper than I thought that was going to go, Larry.
Me too. But hey, you go where it takes you,
I never would have, I never would associate the problem with duck sauce to bad parenting or
psychological. Yes.
Yeah. You went deep. Camilla, what do you think? What's the solution to this grandiose problem?
Well, a couple of thoughts. Have you tried ordering from somewhere else?
That's yeah.
Also, what is duck sauce made out of? Could you just order a duck and make it into sauce?
I don't know. That's a good That's a good point.
I've never had duck sauce unless it's hoisin sauce or whatever.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Which is what they serve duck with in England at Chinese restaurants.
Is that right? Is it hoisin sauce they serve it with?
Yeah,
So-
it's got that like
my school.
what's it called? The omagi? No, you know when it's like sweet and salty at the same time. It's delicious.
Oh, I do.
The umami. That's what
Umami.
it is. Only,
Yes.
yeah, it's kind of it's delicious, but I've never heard of just straight duck sauce. Like I don't know if it's made out of duck or.
Well, let me explain to you. If you've never had it, Camilla, it is a gelatinous, orange, glowing, like radiation orange type of sauce. And obviously, as you've just told us, it's not actually used to put on duck, and it's not made from duck.
Oh.
So it leaves someone to ponder, where does the name duck sauce come from if they're using hoisin on a duck, and they're not making it.
Well, in England they are. I don't know.
Okay. Well, presumably the Chinese came to England, right? They introduced it to the English.
You would think food would be honest. Food.
Right.
They're
Even
lying.
food, they're even
about
lying to
food.
us in food. It's incredible.
You know where the Chinese food is terrible though? China.
Where? Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's frightening. It's like duck's feet and like monkey
Right.
brain. Like
And they boil a lot, right? They boil. They do a lot of hot potting, boiling.
I
a lot of
didn't
stuff.
eat basically.
Well, that's why you have duck sauce to go on it, like ketchup.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
it's not-
big on
you know,
sauce.
it's-
Don't get me
Exactly.
wrong. I
You
love
get the
sauce.
duck
My
sauce,
point exactly.
Right.
and you can substitute them easily.
Because
Duck
everything-
sauce, ketchup, mustard. All they have to do, all Julie has to do is like, do you charge extra for more duck sauce?
That's it.
Exactly what do you charge? I need
Or get
5
it on Amazon.
duck sauce.
Right. Or buy your own, right?
Yeah.
Buy your own. Ship it to
Amazon.
yourself.
You'll have it the same day.
Buy
and you
yourself
won't run out.
a large vat of duck sauce.
No.
Just
I'll
in
have
case.
ketchup in my house. But if I order from McDonald's, I want their ketchup.
Is that right? You know why?
Yes, I
'Cause
have
it's-
plenty of ketchup, but I want packets of ketchup from McDonald's.
Because it's sweeter. You know, they put more sugar in that one. The
Yeah,
McDonald's
but
one, they hook
I don't
you.
want just the fact that I'm
Ah.
ordering.
You
them.
just like being messy, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I guess,
just
yeah.
like have it my way.
Oh,
If I
okay.
order out,
Well, you're
I
a
want
man.
stuff that
so-
comes with me ordering out.
And Keith gets serious. Keith gets right up in the camera when he talks about sauces. You see that? All we're seeing is, yeah. He's getting real deeply serious about
I get
this.
a point.
You got to
I get-
lean back and relax, Keith.
I'm sorry, man.
guys.
They don't respect duck sauce.
This is a serious.
I would if I
He's
had
giving
it.
a diagnosis.
He is giving a dive. Very serious. Thank you, Keith. Keith got
I take
serious.
my job seriously.
Keith takes his sauces seriously, everybody. That was very intense. All right, hey, good job, guys. I think we've solved the issues for Julie. Julie, you can either order it, as Camilla's telling you, from Amazon. Keith's telling you ask specifics and ask for how many you want. And Larry Burt basically just said you got psychological issues that go back to your family, and go to see a psychiatrist or get yourself a life coach or something. Thank you. That's great stuff. Good stuff, everybody. Let me see. What's our next problem here? Chandler. Wow. Chandler from, didn't somebody here do Friends? I think it was you, right? Who did Friends here? Larry, right? Friends, Chandler from Austin, Texas says, my business partner and I have owned a small hardware store for years. Everything was perfect until he met this devil woman and married her. She's the worst. She's constantly stopping by and giving her opinions and criticism. I do my best to be cordial and block out her comments, but it's impossible. Any advice? Wow. Chandler from Austin, Texas. Seems a little sexist to me, but let's start with Camilla on this one. And what do you say when the devil woman comes around, Camilla?
That's a tough one because I'm curious what kinds of things she's saying. Like, is the store not organized correctly? Then again, you know, I don't mean to be sexist against my own sex, but
Right.
I don't know too many women who know how to organize a hardware store. Like, I get lost in Home Depot. So I don't know. It depends a little bit what she's saying. Like if she's telling you that you dress poorly or she finds you unattractive, then I'd be irritated. But like if she's critiquing the layout of the hardware store, it seems a little unfounded. I don't know.
So basically, Camilla's saying you probably should mind your own business because you don't know what you're talking about.
Unless you're me, yeah.
Right, exactly, exactly. Larry, what do you do about the devil woman? You ever had a devil woman in your life, Larry?
Pretty much most of the time. But it's me. It's me.
It's all you. That dates back to your parents.
And I think it's all him. Again, you know. But also she might have a disease of some sort. You know, mental. In other words, that's not normal. She's not normal. This person is not normal. He's got to take that into consideration. It's a fact. It's reality. She's not normal. So what is causing her, you know, and why, even if she's not normal and even if she's crazy and even if she's saying these things and doesn't know how to arrange a hardware store, why are you taking it so personal?
Why is he taking it so personal?
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
yeah.
Maybe he should criticize her back.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Even if she says, you know, hey, you got dirty hands. Why would you? So what? So you got dirty hands. Well, why are you taking it so personal? Don't take it personal. That's all. Because you can't, you know, if she's sick or mentally ill, there's nothing you can do about it, except
It's true. That's true.
roll
You
with
can't
the punch.
fix that.
Roll with the punch there.
You can fix a few things, and that's one of them.
It's not a medical problem. He asked us, you know, what's our opinion? He's asking for an opinion. You know, there's no scientific.
Yeah, but you went psychological again, which obviously we have pinned you now as the psychologist of the group, which is good.
Well, I don't know anything about medicine. I don't know anything.
Right. But you obviously know a lot about the psyche. This is really good.
It all comes down to repressed childhood anger.
It does,
apparently.
apparently.
So it's all your parents, man.
Yeah, it's the parents' problem. Keith, what do you think? You had a devil woman in your life, Keith?
Of course. Yeah. But I'm always suspicious about a man who talks about what a woman does and don't talk about what he does first.
Right.
Tell me what you do.
Amen.
You tell me what you do.
That's what I was saying exactly.
What's his part in it? Yeah.
Don't give me, oh, she does this and she does that. No, what do you do? And especially like everybody shows you who they are anyway. In the beginning, if something is wrong, there's always noise in the basement. Remember that.
Oh, wow.
A lot of people still go down to investigate that noise. Hello? Who's there? It's me. It's the same person who's been there. So don't investigate the noise in the basement. Once you see something, let it go. So I don't want to hear nothing. It started way before the hardware store. It's you. It's the guy.
Wow.
What you do.
It's always the guy. It's always the guy. Have you ever noticed that? It's always the guy, man.
Most of the time.
Is it always the guy, Camilla? Is it always the guy?
Not when you're dating me, but I'm pretty honest with myself.
See, now that's a woman
I
for
do
you.
think that in any of those situations, like you have to look at your part in it, like you're doing something. But you know, if she wants something done differently, why don't you just tell her to do it? She won't.
Right. So it's a communication problem. Like you just have to say, hey, look, it's my hardware store. I appreciate your opinion, but you know, maybe I'll take what you're giving me in consideration, but I'm probably not going to do anything with that information. I appreciate it though. Thanks very much. Right?
But Steve, once again, it's like I still go with him because it's like, you know, he been through this. She don't just do that at the hardware store. She probably goes to his house and say, your house is a wreck. She goes to his car, his messy car. Everything that's, you know, it seems to be her all the way. And if you hear the noise in the basement, but you still investigate, like Camilla said, it's usually me. I would never date Camilla because I know she's a little nuts already.
At least I own it.
Apparently Camilla has a lot of noise in the basement, according to Keith. Stay away
That
from
could be
Camilla's
interpreted
basement.
multiple ways.
There is.
so
Stay away from Camilla's basement. That's what we're figuring out.
I don't have one.
It's a noisy basement. All right, thank you. That's another good one, guys. Very nice. Very well done. Let's see what else we got. Maya from Long Island, New York says, never have I been to a doctor's office and have been seen on time. Oh, I've been to this one. What is the point of making an appointment when clearly your appointments are more like cable guy time ranges? Stop being so damn unappreciative of your customers' time. Maya from Long Island says that the appointments at the doctor's office really don't mean anything. Sitting there waiting all the time. Larry, you had this issue before in the medical field?
I used to have that problem, but no, I haven't had it in a while. Basically, what I do is if you say, it's 10 a.m., 10 a.m., you're in the office, and it's 2 aspirin, call me in the morning, get the fuck out. Okay, next one. And I'm always on time,
That's it, right.
In and out.
So you're talking about your own practice here, right? You're talking about your private practice as a doctor.
2 aspirin,
Right.
call me in the morning.
Right. That's Larry's.
So the reason you're being held back is they go into these big, long, medical observations and prognostications and,
Right.
it's.
So you want your doctor to keep it short. Yeah, short, like a 2 minute
wait a
date.
minute, wait a minute. No, I didn't say that. I don't want my doctor to do that.
Right, but you want her.
I do.
That's what you do. So
And
when
that's what she should tell her doctor to do if she wants to be on time.
Gotcha. Just the facts, doc.
Just the fact, in and out. Well, no, 2 aspirin and call me in the morning. No, I'm serious.
Okay.
2 aspirin, call me in the morning.
And it works. That works for you.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
They never come back. They never come back.
Camilla, what do you think of the long doctor waits? Are you okay with them?
I'm usually late, so it works out well.
Right.
But if you're in a hurry, just fake a seizure.
Wow. Yeah.
Get you right in there.
That's asking a lot. That's a lot of acting technique there.
It's not that hard. I mean,
it works though.
I did used to have seizures.
Oh yeah.
I never had one in an opportune moment like that where it would have been beneficial.
Well, there's never a good time for a seizure. Let's be honest, right?
No, I mean mine weren't like the full fish out of water dance seizures. It
Right.
was just like the little brain.
Right.
But it's a pretty quick way to get seen, I would say.
Yeah, I would think it would be a pretty quick way to get carted off and sent to the emergency room as well, though, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it if you take it too far? Because the doctor's, doctor's office, if it's a general practitioner, say like Larry, who's just going to give you a couple aspirin, they may want to take you somewhere a little bit more serious if you're flopping around like a fish called water.
Maybe 3 aspirin or maybe
right, 3 exactly.
Keith,
you got patients at the doctor's office, Keith?
Absolutely, but for myself, what I say is they make you wait according to what you need. Like if you go to the doctor's appointment, if you don't really need a lot, you can just leave anyway.
Right.
So you go there like it's according to what you really need. If something's really bothering you, then you're going to wait. They know that. So they want to thin the line out.
Oh, is that what they're doing? They're weeding out the fakers?
Thin the line. If you go there like for a fingernail hurt, then they're like, beat it. You want to wait that long for real? So it's according to what you really need.
Wow.
If you really need to see the doctor for some stuff, some real stuff, you'll stay longer with no problem.
Yeah. Now you could combine your advice, Keith, with Camilla's here. And basically, if you really think you need to see the doctor on time, you could always tell the doctor, well, you got something worse than you have, right? Because they're going to take you in right away if they think that's something urgent. COVID. Well, yeah, COVID, right? Everybody right now, 100,000 a day.
COVID anesthesia would get you right.
They won't even let you in the office. That's true. It's kind of weird, right? This is a true story. I went to my doctor, I think 3 weeks ago. And they were really careful, like they were screening me. I didn't have it. I've not, but they screen you for COVID before you get into the doctor's office. And if you have it, you can't come in. Because that's weird, right? Like you're going to the doctor. Where else are you going to go if you got COVID? Like, where are they going to send me to the bank? Like, is it weird?
That's true, man. That happened to me.
Yeah.
Exactly. If
Like,
I had
why are
had
you
COVID, they
screening me
wouldn't
at a
let me
doctor's
in.
office? If I have it, I want to be here, right? It's crazy, man.
Wow,
It's crazy.
that's real life, man.
Yeah, it blows your mind. Think about that. Yeah, you can't come in if you're sick. We can't
Yeah,
have.
well, now you can't go to the doctor and cough. You cough one time, everybody's looking at you like, no, 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 I have something in my throat.
I know. You got to explain yourself, right? You got to go, not COVID, right?
I
Like,
promise.
I got a flu and you can't go to the doctor. Like, it's crazy. Check you for fever at the doctor's office. Like, if I'm sick with a flu, I probably have a fever, right? Like, there's a lot of maladies that come with a fever. So you're gonna get shut out of your doctor. It's crazy time, people. Crazy time. Let's move it on. What do we got next? Nate from Boise. Wow. I knew it. I knew it. I should never have given in to my wife. Oh, my neighbor is asked to borrow my pressure washer for his driveway. I didn't want to let him, but my wife insisted. After 2 weeks of having it, they gave it to me back and it was broken and said it was broken. What the F? Nate from Boise didn't want to lend out his pressure washer. His wife made him. You know, this is an issue. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be petty, but I have lent stuff to people before, and I've either not gotten it back, which is true story, or yeah, it's come back to me a little bit, jagged and scratched. Namely, my car. That's a true story. So, Keith, you lend out anything? You ever lend to people, friends, anything?
Well, you learn that, because I lived in South Philadelphia,
Oh,
neighborhood a little bit of the hood. And you
Yep.
learn not to lend anybody anything, because I lent this guy my bicycle one time and he never came back. So you don't lend anybody your stuff, because you got to be prepared to just let them have it. If you
Right.
lend somebody, you got to be prepared to lose that thing that you lend them. So you got to learn. And I don't know what the hell. What is that? A
pressure washer. Yeah, you know what it is. Is you wash your house with it. You wash the car with it. It makes your hose turns it into like one of those things they use on your wheels at a car wash. It's a pressure
It makes
washer.
the water hurt.
Yes, it makes the water hurt.
The water pressure's so high, yeah.
That was a very good way to explain it, Camilla.
I've
That's the
had
way I
one
would
shot at me before. It's not
That's
fun.
the way I would explain it to a 5-year-old. It makes the water hurt. That's a good one. That's very sweet, Camilla. Do you ever
Aw.
lend? Do you ever lend your? Have you ever lent a pressure washer out, Camilla? Is that in your?
I used to own one, but I don't anymore.
What happened? Did you just say it hurted too much?
That's a good question. No, I used to live on a ranch, and we had it for lots of stuff. But
Sure.
then we sold the ranch, and
with the ranch,
a lot of things went away.
Yes, yes.
Like I didn't bring the tractor.
No, you wouldn't need that in
It didn't seem
California.
practical to have a John Deere down in LA.
No, unless you got a really big yard.
Yeah, for maybe to scare off the homeless guys on my balcony.
On your
but
balcony, yeah. Yeah, if you parked a John Deere at the front of your apartment, you'd probably get a lot less visitors. There's no question about that.
just put a Trump bumper sticker on it. I feel like they come with those, maybe.
You're done. They do. They should. You're done if you do that. Do you ever lend anything out to anybody, Camilla? You're lending?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm way too trusting. Like
Yeah.
there was a point in my life. I've been sober 13 years, but like I had a brief stint as a drug dealer.
Oh wow.
And yeah, I used to lend.
a brief stint. It was a brief.
I was so bad at it, I had to stop because I'm really generous and I kept getting
Wow.
it myself.
You must have been really bad to be bad at that.
Oh, it's way harder than you think it is. There's a lot of math involved.
Is that
I'm
right?
much
Oh,
too
that's why I got.
trusting.
Yeah.
I'm 6'1", so I'm not subtle ever. Like I'm
Right.
loud and tall and blonde, and I would get real paranoid and hide it, and then not be able to find it. That was a big one. So maybe I didn't give it away. Who knows?
You never know. Maybe maybe you're still finding it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe she was using her own.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I kept giving it away to myself. That was the biggest problem.
It's the Ten Commandments, don't get
It's
high
not
on your-
profitable in that
That's
regard.
right.
And
Yeah.
it's not good to be trusting when you're a drug dealer because your clientele, not
Right.
like super reliable.
Not the
It's kind
most
of like
trustworthy.
working with comics, you know?
Right. Sometimes one and the same. Sometimes one and the same. Um, Larry, in your
Yeah.
years, have you lent anything that you didn't get back?
Many things, but that was as just personally. Yeah, and they come back different. I guess is
Is
the
that
only
right?
way to. Some even if it looks the same, even if it was like a lawnmower. I don't think I've ever owned a lawnmower, but if you loan and you get the lawnmower back and it's fine. The guy,
Right.
but when you mow it again, it feels different.
Feels different,
It's
right?
those kind of things. But as a medical practitioner,
Yes.
this man has a problem,
Of course he does.
and this is one of the few cases in which I do write prescriptions.
Is that
Because
right?
there is, yeah, and I write prescriptions, burn his house down. End story.
And then wash
yeah,
it
you
after.
can't do
Oh,
that
right,
because
and
he
wash
can't
it for
move.
him.
Like he can't run away, he can't disappear, he can't where where he lives. He lives next door, man.
Right.
So especially a driveway, something to clean your driveway.
Here's you know what, you bring up a good point, Larry. Here's a question for all of you. So theoretically, you lend something to your neighbor or a friend, right? And you're expecting it back within a certain amount of time. You don't get it back. Are you knocking on the door? Are you making the phone call? Are you saying, hey, or are you too polite and you wait for them to do it?
Oh, I have a good
I
one.
kind of
tell
blow
me.
it off, actually, personally. I just blow it off.
You blow it up,
Maybe
Camilla?
unless you need it,
Right.
I mean, a kid, I once.
So you subscribe to what Keith said. Only lend out what you don't care to get back.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Right.
exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's funny. It's true, man.
Right.
And that's what
Camilla,
I finally did.
Camilla,
Is
what
you
were you
just
gonna
blow
say?
it off, man. I can't follow every piece of. That's not what I'm about.
Well, whenever possible, if someone does something shitty like that, like I like to try and teach them something.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Lesson teacher.
once a friend of mine asked to borrow, because I had an SUV and they wanted to go up to Mammoth and go skiing. So we traded cars. But I didn't wind up using his car at all. I just left it at his house. So he borrowed my SUV and then he seemingly didn't want to give it back. When he got back into town, it was nicer than his car. Let's just say that.
Sure.
So when he used to go out, I knew this is when I lived in Santa Barbara where all the bars are on the same street and he'd always park in the same spot. And I had a spare key. So I thought, why not just go take the car myself and let him think someone stole it? Which was a great lesson and so fun.
You did that?
Yeah,
Did you do
I just went and got my car and
No.
he thought it was stolen and he called me almost in tears like, I'm so sorry, I don't know what to tell you. And it was fun.
What
Cool.
kind of friend takes your car and then uses it to go out to the bars? That's gotta, wow, you need a new friend.
Before I quit drinking and drug dealing.
Gotcha. I see. Keith, you feel like you have something.
This lady.
I'm still stuck on this story. So you have to go and actually steal your car back.
But it was so fun because he thought it was stolen and it I've
you
never
dating this
heard him
guy?
so panic. What?
Were you dating this guy?
No. Just I have a lot of guy friends. I mean, I'm
Right.
a comic.
Because I
but
don't
this is even
understand giving
before-
somebody your car and them not bringing it back, and you have to go
You have to
steal that
steal
car.
it back.
Yeah, that's pretty.
fantastic.
That's big. That's pretty. Heavy duty.
That's a
But
good.
I bet
that's
he'll never do it again. I mean, he'd called the police station and
Did he
was looking
really?
for- Oh yeah,
What did he say?
I
Did he
left
say
it for like 36 hours. I let him
Wow.
think it was stolen because he
Wait
wasn't
a
going to
minute.
call me and ask where it was.
What does
And
it
what do
say
you-
about the police department?
right? Right?
Well,
What did
what
he
does it
say?
say about most
Hey
police
guys,
departments?
No, I mean they didn't find the car. You're driving it around. They didn't find the car.
No,
You're
it was
driving in a
van.
stolen
It was
car.
just parked. I took
somebody
it home.
stole the car that I stole, officer, and I need it back. That's basically what that call was. That's
Wow,
ridiculous.
that's cool.
Wow, that's
But
a
he
good
never
story.
does it again.
I'm sure he
Yeah.
won't. I'm sure he won't. Oh, that's funny. All right. Hey, good one, guys. What's next? What do we got next? Shirley. Oh, there you go. One from LA. I'll tell you who I hate. Whoever came up with the term, it is what it is. Man, would I like to kick that guy in the balls. And yes, I'm sure it was a man. Okay, I'm guilty, Shirley. I will say this. I've used it is what it is quite a bit. I will say that. Now, that phrase, Keith, means nothing, right? It is what it is. What's that mean?
It is what it is. It means like you're not so much blowing a person off. You're saying like, hey, it's nothing we can do about it. It is
Exactly.
Right.
That's all it's saying. And we all understand it, but only in certain places you shouldn't say it is what it is. Like when Trump said about the deaths of the corona, it is what it is. Now that's a bad use of the word.
That's a bad use of that phrase. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
He picked the time. Yeah.
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 So I don't think it's that deep.
He picked a poor.
That term, should I say?
Yeah. Yeah. That's right up there with, hey, what do you want from me? Right. That's like. Yeah.
Well, but that's implying like you're not willing to do anything. Like,
Exactly.
There's a lot worse phrases. Like it is sort of a redundant statement, sure. Like Keith said, though, it's kind of saying, hey, we can't control it. Why worry about it, Yeah. But the ones that get me are when they try to pretend like they're about to be respectful and you're about to get insulted, like with all due respect or
yes.
No offense.
No offense always means you're going to be offended. Absolutely.
They're going to be rude.
Yeah. I don't mean to be rude, but they're going to be rude, right?
Yeah. No offense, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But it is what it is by itself. Meh.
Another one that bothers me before I get to Larry, business is business, right? When you get screwed over, which I have been by a few partners in my day, and in our business, it happens a lot. People just go, business is business, right? It's that throwing of the hands, right? It is what it is. Like, hey, buyer beware. All that shit bothers the crap out of me, right? Because that means I don't take any responsibility for my actions. Just part of living, baby.
In your face, baby.
Right. There's a lot of those. Business is business. It is what you got a phrase you hate, Larry?
Most of them when they're a phrase. In other words, okay, is what it is. I think where I go is that's incredibly profound. Think about the first guy who ever said that or even thought that thought. He just put it into like 3 words, man.
It was the same guy who came up with
your math isn't great. Larry.
So it's either.
Well,
I didn't hear that.
The one that I wrote,
it's like either alley-oop, Ogden Nash, or Plato. I mean, it's either hey man, what can I do, man? What can we?
Same person who came up with it'll be what it'll be.
Here comes a meteor. Hey,
or to be is not to be.
To be
or not to be. Sorry.
Right. To be
it is what it is. I think that. Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So it's an either or thing, man. By the way, it's where you use it. Yeah. When Trump used it, it was really.
Yeah. Not the appropriate time. Yeah.
Just.
Most of his words aren't
meaningless.
Correct. Yeah.
So it could be. It's a yin and a yang.
Let me get to Keith because I feel like he's getting close to the camera again, so I'm assuming he's.
No. Whenever I get.
Yeah, it's like what's going on there?
I just hate because you get this one. I haven't forgot about you. That's when people owe you money.
That's right.
I got your money. I haven't forgot about you.
Right.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, you have.
It's a multi. You can use it a lot of
forgotten
different
might not be the right word. And it's like,
right. That's right.
Oh, I'm intentionally forgetting about you.
Yeah.
I haven't forgotten about you because you happen to be here at this moment, and I got to make sure that I cover my ass. Right.
I haven't forgot about you. I'm just ignoring you.
That's right. That's exactly right. I made a choice. I made a choice not to get back to you.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Sorry, I
and
was
what are you going to
driving
do
when I
about it?
read this, and I forgot to return your message.
Right.
That before.
Yeah, I've used that one too.
There's
Or
probably a whole bunch of phrases like that where you can situational, I guess that's what you got.
yeah,
Where
yeah.
you just, no matter what, there's no answer to it really. It is what it is, you know.
And they work together, don't they? Because you could say, it is what it is. Business is business. It'll be what it'll be.
I
It'll
think
work.
the importance is that you can say it forward or backwards. I think
That's right.
that's what is
In
the
French,
profound.
I think it's comme ci comme ça.
Yeah,
I don't really know what that means, but it sounds cuter than it is what it is.
it
Comme
is.
ci,
Yeah,
comme
you're right.
ça.
Comme ci, comme ça. Well, doesn't comme ci, comme ça mean like a
It's
little
kind
bit,
of like
a
I
little
don't
bit
know.
of this, a little bit of that?
Is
Yeah.
that a totally human thing, or do animals have one of those? Do monkeys go, "Hey, it is what it is," you know? Hey,
I bet you monkeys do it. I know squirrels do, right? Their hands are always up, and they right. That's my
Yeah.
squirrel, everybody. I
So
hope you
probably
like.
raccoons do it. Yeah, it's a hand thing, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
As
That's
long
a
as you got
lot
an
of
opposable
classes.
thumb, you can say it is what it is.
That's a good one. All right, let's see what we got. Hey, we're blowing through these. Nice job, guys. Oh, we got somebody right on. Here we go. I have a guy at work, Lindsay Ann says, that took my raisins I left in the break room. I'm not sure if I should say anything or not, but it has to be him. He was the only one around. Ooh, what should I do? Lindsay Ann, thank you for that. Somebody taking your food at work. Anybody ever had this issue? Probably not, because you're all comics. Oh, have you? You bring your lunch to the comedy store, do you, Camilla?
Well, no, but I mean, I've gone on stage and come back, and the boys have eaten my food.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What do you mean, boys? What about girls?
No,
Have they ever-
because how often do you see more than one girl on a lineup? Like,
You're right.
you know,
Oh, well,
if you're
it's
working
just-
on the road or something.
See, yes, it's
stressful.
always guys.
Yeah.
And it's true. No, I agree. It's,
Yeah.
Well,
you know,
and
hey,
like
it's one
of the
girl and
ones that-
20 guys who would steal. Well, it's like
Yeah.
one of the guys, I'm sure.
I also talk too much, though. I mean, it happens in my family a lot too. Like my dad just eats off my plate while I talk, and then there's a reason that like the whole family is skinny, and
He's not.
he eats.
Bunch of talkers and a dad.
Yeah.
Well, 2 daughters and a wife who's like in between our 2 ages, so 3.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. Oh, you can't blame him for that.
Oh, you can.
You can for sure. There's no question. You should. You should definitely.
That's all good.
Keith, what are you thinking?
Well, look, having brothers, a lot of brothers, you knew to eat your food. You knew not to get up and walk away because they're going to do something with your food. Either they're going to add to it or subtract from it.
Right.
But you knew they was going to do something with your food. So you always learn, take your food with you or eat the damn thing as fast as you can.
Now,
Or
now-
write your name on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, some people don't care if your name is on it, though, right?
Why would he steal raisins? Like, of all the things that had to have been there,
Maybe
Well, it's
that
a
was all that
play-
was there. It's a good snack, isn't it, Larry?
they're like
Why
dead grapes.
I don't know anything about raisins. I have an NDR. I've signed a contract and can't talk about it.
Gotcha.
Well,
But other than that, other than raisins,
Yeah.
no, people, I think stealing your food, which is like, stealing anything, the food, it's a sin. It's like, how could you do, you feel totally,
Right.
It's very violating.
violent.
It is.
Exactly.
I mean, Larry's going biblical with this. Wow. I mean, it is. It's very personal. Larry went right to sin.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have that side.
Yeah.
Mm.
Keith, when you said your brothers would either take it or add to it, what did you mean by add to it? Like,
That
they
sounds
would eat
Their
like a
eggs.
food that you didn't like,
yeah.
that nobody liked, they add they hated peas.
Oh, gotcha.
So if they hated peas, when nobody's looking, they dump it on my plate.
And they take
So
all
you
the good
had to
stuff.
watch everything around.
Wow.
They were just horrible brothers.
Oh man,
That's
that's
funny.
badass, man. That's
So-
just totally badass.
Now,
Wow.
backstage, let's talk about this. Backstage as a comic, right? Do you have trust issues? backstage with your stuff? Do you usually go in the room? No, you're pretty good, right?
I mean, it depends. Like, are we at an open mic? I don't
Right.
have to do too many of those
Yeah,
anymore,
sure.
thankfully. But like, I mean, right now I do just about anything for stage time.
Of course.
But you know, most of the time we all know each other and are friends, or at least by one degree of separation. So
That's funny that you say that, because that's true. I've watched. I don't know if you guys know Dave Attell. I've watched Dave
I
Attell.
love Dave.
Dave's great, and did a show in town in Manhattan, and he brought his bag up with him on the stage because it was like a mixed bag of comedians that night. He brought his bag and put it on the stage. I thought that was interesting. He didn't leave it in the dressing room. He brought his stuff with him, did his set, and then left right out of the stage. Didn't even go back to the thing. He just kind of came in.
That sounds like Dave, though. He probably just wanted to make a quick exit afterwards.
Yeah, that's
wow.
totally true.
Man, he's been around. Wow.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Take your stuff on the
He's
stage.
so funny. I got
He
to
is.
open for him once, and that was one of the highlights of my career.
One of the best.
Yeah.
At the Comedy Cellar, at the table, you know, Jim Norton is there, Robert Kelly.
I love Jim.
Immature people, Rich Voss, they're very immature. I left Altoids there. My white Altoids is all white. But dumb Robert Kelly cut up chalk with my Altoids. So when I just go in there and get my Altoids and popping them out, I had chalk in it. I ate chalk.
That is a fantastic.
At least it wasn't acid or something.
It's just a
That's true.
violation. It's the
Did
worst.
you guys hear that? Did you hear what the former drug dealer said? At least it wasn't acid. And she.
Well, no, you guys
No,
heard about
I've had that done to me also. That's,
Who was it? Ari that spiked someone's like? I think it was Ari Shafir that. And like dosed someone with Molly without telling, like one of the boys. I think it was Burt Kreischer or someone.
Wow.
Like,
just.
I'd be more pissed about that than chalk.
I would say so.
Yeah, I was very.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Now, did you have any chalk in your mouth, Keith? What does that taste like?
Absolutely.
Tastes like chalk.
Right. Like what's the taste of chalk though? Have anybody eaten chalk before? What's that taste like?
Not since kindergarten, but yeah.
Right. You ate a lot of chalk, did you, as a kindergartner?
Maybe.
Probably.
I had to learn everything the hard way, you guys.
Sure, yeah. You got to know what it tastes like.
That's what makes a comedian.
That's right.
That's
right. Are you, sidebar here. Are you guys having trouble during this time, like keeping the funny? Are you having trouble like looking at the world and finding the funny? Or is your mind on overdrive now? Are you finding more to laugh about? Because we have to.
I laugh at myself a lot because I'm alone a lot. Like I spent 10 minutes the other day trying to clean a shadow off the floor. And I kind of wish there'd been people there to witness it because I'm like dying laughing. And then when I realized what had happened, I decided to tweet that just because I'm like, someone should have seen this to make fun of me. It just doesn't feel right. And that was one of the 2 most popular tweets I've ever written. And then I was like, well, fuck, why do I even write jokes? You know, sorry, am I allowed to swear?
Sure, absolutely.
You said WTF earlier, so
I said what the F. Yeah, I didn't say fuck. I apologize, but I should have. I should have said it. I didn't say it. But no, yeah, you're free to. Keith.
You can swear?
What's that? Yeah, you can swear, Keith.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I think, didn't you say motherfucker earlier, or did I miss that? Did somebody say it?
I didn't say no.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I think it was Larry. Larry snuck in a motherfucker earlier. Yeah. and it's hard to sneak that in. But he snuck it in. Let's do one more before we wrap this puppy up. Give me something else. What else we got? Zach, Pittsburgh, PA. My wife and I have been together for over 15 years. At first, when we started dating, it was cute when she would grab food. Another food one. Grab food off my plate. Fast forward to now, I can't stand it. It got to the point now where my kids are starting to copy her. Can a guy get a break? How do I get her to stop before I lose it and ruin my marriage over some fries? Zach from Pittsburgh does not like to share his food. Another food one. This is interesting.
Marry an anorexic. Oh, wait, you want to save your marriage. Never mind.
Right. He wants to save it. I feel like this is an easy one. Don't you think, Keith? Don't you just say, hey?
Yeah, but Larry stinks. Shut up, Larry. It
Right.
is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is
It'll
what
be
it-
what it'll be. Business is business,
Exactly.
Larry.
Exactly.
What do you think, Larry? What do you think, Larry? Do you
Well, usually, I basically what I would do.
Right.
There's not now. This is not speaking as a medical practitioner, but as
Of course.
just personally, I would use my fork and just a couple of times, and they eventually stop. You know.
Oh, wow,
You go
get a
like
little-
this, you know, with a little, just like that. Very
just a
simple.
little, yeah.
Not very hard. Not
No.
very hard. You don't have to say anything. Don't
No,
get
what you're
angry.
saying,
Just
right. Not brute force, but just a little dab will do. it.
tell, a little hint, a little, you know.
Right.
It's
Right,
not-
right, right.
Short too.
It's too small to
Or
get
what?
the marriage all in a, you
Yeah.
know, ball.
Not worth it. What did you say there, Keith?
I mean, the kids are doing it too, evidently.
Yeah,
Well,
the
the
whole
same
family.
thing with the kids. No, I'm, you know,
I'm-
that's what I'm talking about. Because then they'll start switching and taking the bad food that they won't eat and switching it on somebody else's plate. And then you're in your neighborhood, man, and it just gets out of it. It's just all over.
It's out of control.
It's
Yeah.
out of,
Yeah.
gotta stop. you know, dip it in the blood.
Camilla, are you a food sharer? Do you share the food, Camilla?
Yeah, well, I think I covered it because I talk too much when people eat my food when I'm not paying attention. But hey, I'm skinny.
That is good. It is very good. Congratulations.
Thanks.
And you, are you speaking of? Have you guys found you're putting on weight on COVID or no? Are you losing weight?
About the
I'm
same.
same,
Not as
about the
toned
same.
because there's no gym.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah, that's
getting-
the weird thing, man. Getting out of shape, but I haven't lost any weight or gained any weight. But it's
Right. You're just losing
know,
muscle. Yeah.
I ride a bike.
That's
you know,
nice.
But
Yeah.
that's you can't do that all
Hopefully,
day.
hopefully, yeah. Do you ride a bike indoors? Is it a stationary
No,
bike?
no,
Or
it's
do you
just I
ride
have
around
to,
your
no.
apartment?
And I avoid anybody without a mask. You know, just
Gotcha. Yeah.
well, anybody. Basically, I avoid anybody.
You avoid people in general.
Yeah.
Keith?
Well, now that it's getting cold on the East Coast,
Yep.
I'm gaining weight.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
be in the house. I'm gonna eat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. What helps me is I got another dog. I got a dog, so I got to walk the dog now twice a day. So that keeps me going. That keeps me going.
What kind of dog?
Well, I've had like many dogs. I'm a dog owner for over 20 years, but I got a Rhodesian Ridgeback mixed with a great Greyhound, and beautiful dog, fantastic, best dog I've had. I've had a Rhodesian in the past. They're very rare. You guys know what a Rhodesian Ridgeback is?
My sister had two. And
Yeah.
I had a Greyhound mutt, but he wasn't
Great
very
dogs.
empty.
I had
Great. They don't bark.
No, they're fantastic.
They're great.
Yeah.
And now
had
I have
seven
like a
of
little
them,
piglet.
7 rodeos.
What's
A
that?
piglet?
I had 7 of them.
The jury's
yeah?
out on what he is. Do you guys want? Can I get him? You got to see
Yeah.
this dog.
Sure,
is-
sure. We're running overtime, so go ahead. Get your dog. You said you've had 7 Rhodesians, Keith. You're lying, right?
I couldn't point at Rhodesian for you.
Yeah, right,
No,
right.
I've never had 7 Rhodesians. I haven't had one of them.
Rhodesian Ridgebacks are the ones.
The Doberman Pinschers.
Okay, yeah. So the Rhodesian's the one with the hair that stands up on the back of their body. That's why it's a Ridgeback. It's called a Ridgeback. They hunt lions. That's what they're used.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do they do when they catch him?
Well, they sniff out. I guess they help you. They're not scared of the lions. They must do it as a pack, but they're lion hunters. Okay, here we go. What's this? What's going on here? Hold on.
Oh,
Let me see.
hang on.
Oh my goodness! I saw a little face.
Wait a minute. There's a real animal in there.
There's an animal in there.
That's his house.
That's it.
Is
Isn't
that a dog
crap?
or a pig?
The
That's
crab.
dog.
This is Hercules or Hercules if you like really bad plays on words.
Yeah.
This is
Wow.
my last
It's a
man.
dog. It's a
He's
dog.
the cutest, and he just
Hercules.
Hi, Liz.
Wait a minute.
She knows I love bad puns, so because my
Yes.
last name is Cleese, I went with
Yes.
Hercules.
Of course. We got it. Yeah, for sure.
He's a champ. He goes on tour with us and goes on stage and stuff. He
That's
can't
fantastic.
turn right though.
Is that right? Why is that?
Someone threw him out a second-story window before I got him, so.
Oh my
And that's why you live on the first floor. Now it makes all the sense in the world.
Well, it wasn't me.
Oh, it wasn't you. Okay.
No.
goodness.
Look at him. He's ridiculous.
Cute. Yeah, very cute
He's
dog.
a little piglet dog. I don't know.
Very-
I never thought I'd have a little dog, but it's so much easier. Oh.
Yeah. I had 2 little ones before my big one, but I was
I
ready.
need to see a picture of this Rhodesian.
I wish I had the door open to my office. I'd let her in, but
You don't have a picture?
Can you
Wreck the
green
place.
screen her?
I can't green screen her. But let me see if I have a picture.
Sorry, I didn't mean to give away you're not in the pharmacy.
Oh yes, of course. No, I'm sure everybody thinks I'm in a pharmacy right now. I don't know if I have it readily available, but she sure is a cute one. I don't know. I don't have it available, but
To see the dog that helps hunt lions.
right. Well, look them up. They're fantastic. But she's also mixed with a greyhound, so she's got a long nose, beautiful dog. Anyway,
What's
guys.
her name?
Sadie, Sedona, actually, but we call her Sadie for short because Sedona's too long of a name, but Sedona's her name.
So
Yeah.
fancy.
Oh
Does she
yeah.
answer to Sedona?
No, Sadie though. Yeah, we got her now. She'll do like a lot of. She's very smart dog. So, I thought Keith looked like he was about to play the harmonica there for a second. I don't know what was happening there.
Trying to think, why do you have a dog that hunts lion in
Jersey?
New Jersey?
In Rutherford, listen, man. You ever been to Rutherford? It's very dangerous out here. You never know what's going to show up. We had a bear sighting. We've had deer here. You never know. I'm 20 minutes outside of Manhattan, but it is wild country out here in Rutherford.
It is what it is. Yeah.
It is what it is. Business. Hey, listen, guys. This has been really fun. Before we go, I want to give you guys an opportunity. What's going on? Let's start with you, Keith. You got anything happening, or are we just shuttered in? Anything going on that you want to plug?
HBO special with Colin Quinn coming out November 14th.
Boom.
All right.
Yeah, with a drive-in. We
Very
did a
nice.
drive-in special and see how that goes. Where
Very
we get
cool, man.
HBO Max.
Very cool.
And
Good for you,
I'm at Helium Comedy Club November 15th in Philadelphia.
Which one?
7 o'clock.
Which
So,
7
one?
o'clock. Helium in Philly.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Just-
Yep.
Just clarifying.
Yeah, Larry, what's going on with you? Just riding your bike?
I'm riding my bike. I got 2 screenplays on deck, and then I gonna start a podcast type of thing, not a
Yeah.
something a podcast. And then I got a book that next year.
All right. Look at
Right.
you. Productive.
What
man.
I've done in showbiz.
Good for you, brother. That's awesome. And Camilla Crab, what do you got happening over there?
I will be. I'm doing the World Series of Comedy thing in Vegas. I guess.
Nice.
Wow.
It.
Nice.
So I'll be there November 9th to 14th, being funny, hopefully, and hopefully
No doubt.
winning another World Series for LA. We'll see.
Very, very cool. Very cool. Well, guys, thank you so much for being with me. I want to thank our sponsor, the Big Apple Shopping Bazaar, once again. And thank you guys for tuning in to another Comedy Doctors every Monday night, 9 o'clock. Join me next week for another funny show. Until then, thank you everyone for watching, and good night.